Good morning. I was asked what would I do differently if I could start over, and I hadn't really thought about it until the question was asked to me. If I was starting over with a whole real estate investment and just starting my life over from the time I started working down there where I work. When I was, let's see, I started working down there. I was 20. When I was 21, I bought almost a brand new Mustang, and I wouldn't have done that. Um, that really held me back for about 5 years until that car payment was paid off. Um, the insurance on it was incredibly high because I was young, and if I had just held that back, I probably could have moved forward quicker. Um, so watch how you're spending your money when you're young. Uh, the second thing, I didn't know anything about house hacking. I'd never heard the term. I don't even know if the thing was. I don't know if it was real or not at the time. If it had been thought of or anything like that. Um, if I could do it over, yeah, the house hacking thing would be awesome. Find you a duplex or a house with a basement that you can turn into an apartment, and rent out half the house, or whatever the other unit if it's a duplex, to make the payments. That'd been a great start that'd be a great start for anybody, because it moves you ahead as you're doing what you got to do anyway. uh, let's see, I'd never actually seen how the numbers worked on rentals, as far as like with mortgages and stuff. See, my parents, they have some rentals too. They got a small trailer park, and everything they've ever done, they've done with cash. It's straight. They already had the land. The land already had wells and septic tanks on it, so they buy trailers for cash, and that's that's great. But at the same time, you're not leveraging money, and leveraging money is where all the power really comes in this, in the in real estate investing, because you're only using about 20%, 3% if you can get an FHA loan, but you're only using 20% of your own money, and that's like what really jumps you ahead, is because like you can buy $100,000 house for $20,000. You can't beat that. Yeah, you got a payment, but get somebody in there, they're renting it, they're making the payment, they're making the insurance, they're making the payment on the house, the insurance, they're paying for that. You got to make sure you're getting a little bit of cash flow every month. But honestly, even the cash flow, if you're getting zero cash flow, you're still getting principal pay down, which is knocking the mortgage down. You don't want to get zero cash flow, but the principal pay down is amazing. Because, like, for instance, the house beside me, I bought that about a year ago. I've never made a payment out of my own pocket on it. I didn't make a down payment on it either, but if you watch my videos, you already knew that. I've done a little hustle on that one. Yeah, as you're knocking it down, so 1 year the mortgage is already done. It's a 20-year mortgage. I got 19 years left. I'm not interested in paying it off, because then I won't be able to write the interest off on my taxes. I didn't know all this stuff. If I could start over, I wish somebody had said, come to me and said, hey, look, I've read a couple, like since then I've read a couple of good books. I've read The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I assume everybody's read that by now. That's an awesome book. The Richest Man in Babylon. Way, just the best. It's better than Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is like gives you theories, but The Richest Man in Babylon is a step-by-step guide on how to live life financially free. If you're going to read those books, if you're going to read a book, but not two, read The Richest Man in Babylon. But yeah, I wish somebody had brought that to me when I was younger, like when I was 18 or 19, even though I hated reading, I still do, but I would have read it went on. You know, I could have learned a lot. But yeah, those are some of the things I wish I'd have knew when I first started. All right. Anyway, I hope this helps. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll be talking to you later.